So you can see the goats here working on the blackberries behind me. The first thing is they couldn't really get to all these blackberry bushes because there was so much of this stuff here that they've already eaten, and it was so thick they couldn't get access to it. So what I did is I went and just grabbed the pallet, I threw it down on the ground in front of me, and I just kind of crushed it down until everything was down enough they can get in there. Then I just threw the pallet on the ground. As you can see, they're getting right back to work. So it kind of gave me an idea for something I'm going to build. Is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go take a couple of pallets, I'm going to cut them in half, and then I'm going to actually run a 2x down the middle of them and create kind of like a big long sealed in ladder that's light enough I can pick it up and carry it by myself, but heavy enough that I drop it on these blackberries. It's going to drop down and give them a ramp to get access to all the stuff they can't get to. So let's head out to the shop, see what kind of stuff we have lying around, and get something else made. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pallets and I'm actually going to make like a big long ladder that has these wheelbarrow wheels so I can move it around. I'm going to put a handle down here so that way I can move it around through the pasture, stand it up, and then just drop it down on the blackberries. So what I'm figuring I'm going to do with these pallets is I'm going to use these as my guides. I'm just going to rip it right here and then install that 2x4 down the inner edge on both sides, kind of like my handles. Then I'm just going to run screws all down it, and then I'll fill in all these blank spots with the leftover pallets from this side. I'll pull all these ones off and put them in between so the goats don't have to worry about their hooves going through and getting caught on anything. So it'll kind of be like a little ladder that I can wheel all the way down there. And since it'll have the wheels on it, it'll be easy to move back and forth as I go through different areas, because as the goats go through and clear all the brush, then I can just drag it back out, move it over to the next spot, drop it back in for them, and let them have access to it. And since these are solid rubber, I don't have to worry about them popping any of the blackberries or anything. And since it's only going to be 8 feet, and these are my thinner pallet boards, should be pretty light and easy to move around. So let's grab a saw and get these things ripped down. Hey, always remember, safety first. Anytime you're working with pallets, any kind of wood, any kind of power tools, safety glasses and ear protection. Always have it. Okay, so now that we got these cut, we can go ahead and lay these up on the workbench. No point in working on the floor any more than we have to. So this is essentially what I'm planning on making right here, just kind of like a ramp. And then all the other boards there that I took off, I'll go through and knock all the nails out, and then I'll just stagger them over each one of these so that we wouldn't have to worry about the goat's hooves falling through here. I'm going to run these 2x4s down through the middle. We'll get these all lined up here. Then we'll go take it down and we'll actually hopefully try it out here before it gets dark. Alright, so there we are for the basic framing of it here. I think that's going to be more than enough screws for now. Now I'm going to go take all the other side of the pallet, all the other pieces. I'm going to knock all the old nails out, and I'm going to reinstall them over all these openings. Make sure we don't have any hooves fall through there or have any problems like that. Let's not waste any time. Let's get started. So before I get to fill in all these slats, you can tell the larger pieces of the pallet are going to fit over here no problem. And all the rest of these leftover ones aren't going to fit perfectly in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up ripping each one of these down just a ½ inch off of each one of these, so that way those will fit in between and all the oddball ones. So let's get this little stack ripped down, start throwing these on here. Okay, so now we have this filled in down to where I'm going to install the wheels. So let's go ahead and get all these nailed in here, and then get the handle made, and let's go try it out. All right, so rolls nice and easy. It's actually light enough that I can pick it up and carry it if I really have to. But we're going quite a ways out here. You can see the dogs and some of the goats are down there on the pallet, but we're heading all the way down to those blackberry bushes. So let's get this thing over the fence and head on down. See if we can get the rest of the goats to come with us. As you can see, it was light enough, pretty easy to get it up over the fence. And now I can walk it all the way down there. It's really not too big of a deal. Okay, so this is my thought of how I'm going to get this down here. Now that it has wheels on the bottom, I can just take it and roll it back through these blackberry bushes, or I can just pick it up like such. So I tried to make it light enough I can grab it. I want to get this back in here enough, like that. So now my goats have a ramp to actually get access way back in these blackberries now. So as I crush this, now they can, multiple goats can come stand on this and then get to the brush all around here. Come on, goats. Come on, goaties. Come on, goats. Good job, guys. Get in there. Keep working, huh? So now the goats have access to a lot further in, and they got a walkway. See, so now we got another goat already going in. Now multiple goats can get on there. Easily fit 4 or 5 goats on that one little stand right there. And as soon as they eat this area down to where they can't reach them anymore, it's pretty easy for me to just grab it, stand it back up, move it over to the next spot. So you can see the benefits from using these pallets. You can see out here all the red. This is all where they've worked, where they could kind of stop right there. You can see where all the green brush and everything is. That's where I threw the pallet. See, they really are able to kind of keep clearing this and moving it back. So here's the next little pocket that they worked on. So that was in one day, and I moved it over here the next day. I just threw this one over here today. So you can see I've already got a couple of goats working in this area. And then here's that new stand I just built, and we got 5 goats kind of working on this area. So they're going to just kind of keep moving here through here, and every day I'll just kind of move this down. It's going to get to a point where really for them to continue on, I'm going to have to come through here and start dragging and cutting all this old blackberries and getting out of the way and letting the grass and everything else start coming back up in between here. I'll probably just take all this brush, all this old stuff, and probably just put it and burn it down here in the end of the pasture. But man, these goats are going to open up this whole corner for me, get me a whole nother pasture down here for them to graze on. We're going to be increasing our goat herds next year, so this will be a whole nother pasture down here in this whole corner, all the way running down for my goats. So, well, that was a fun little project, something to take up half hour of your time, take up an old pallet and some old scrap wood, so just less stuff lying around and make it a little more useful.